What's happening, comic booky fans? Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there, especially my wife Danielle and all the comic booky moms out there, my mom, my grandma, my aunt, all of our aunts and uncles on both sides of the family, every mom's out there. So today's video, sorry I'm a little stuffy, one of the kids got me sick or I got her sick, I don't know. But
it's making its way through the house, as all parents know.
Yeah, but the reason for today's video is that we have we've actually cord cutted for the last year and a half, 2 years. Ever since we moved from one city to another, we moved into our new home, we definitely wanted to look at ways to save money. And so this is for you. This is for beginners of cord cutting. You have your DirecTV, your AT&T Uverse, your Xfinity cable or whatever, and you have the right amount of speed as far as gigs for your internet, because let's be honest, that's the first thing you need, right?
Correct. You need a fast internet.
You need a decent internet. You can't pay cheap. You can't go like the general car insurance equivalent for your speed for your internet and then expect to be running really good, because we have really good internet speed from Xfinity, by the way. So we dropped Xfinity cable, but we still use our internet because the internet's good. But like our Nordic Track bike, it runs on Wi-Fi. All of our classes, all of our road courses, all of the things that we do on the Nordic Track, the stationary bike, if I go put out into the garage, it's going to have a weak signal. So I kind of have to put it somewhere in the house. So if you have a TV in the garage or if you have a TV really far away from your Wi-Fi hub, it may not work unless you have the right speed, right? So
when we knew getting rid of cable that we needed to then invest our funds into something to make it work the best it could, which would be the internet speed. So we have been lifelong members of Comcast, so I was able to call and wheel and deal some good prices. And of course they try to sell you on some promos, but we ended up getting a pretty decent rate for our internet. We found it still wasn't fast enough because I'm working in our office and the computer would go really slow. So Mike had to actually buy like a bajillion foot Ethernet cable.
100 feet.
Yeah, when we plugged it in, it works better. But now that we've picked our internet up, it actually can function without. So I would say, know where you're going to cut, but be prepared to invest in certain other places like your internet speed.
Yeah. So moving forward, one of the things that we're going to review is YouTube TV. I actually just today, on Mother's Day, signed up my parents for YouTube TV for their 30-day free trial. It starts with a free 30 days. When we first signed up, it was $49.99. They have since added like 15 to 17 new channels, and now it's $64.99. Okay, but the cool thing about YouTube TV is you get to have 5 other people in your family plan. So that means that I get to send my link out to my family plan, to my next door neighbor, to my friend, to Comic Bookie Sean, he's on my family plan, and you kind of get to divide, $65 divided by 3. Shoot, that's less than $22 a piece. That's perfect.
Compared to paying over $200 a month for cable.
Exactly.
And in my opinion, where they definitely push you and persuade you to cut the cord, is not only do you have to pay for internet, you have to pay for their cable service. And then, we're very fortunate, but if you are a household that has multiple TVs, you have to pay to rent additional boxes for each of your rooms.
Yeah.
And that is $10 a piece. So, at our first apartment in Dublin, we had our main TV in the living room that had our modem and a box, a special DVR box, because we DVR'd our shows, because
taped our shows,
as you know, #kids, you don't get to watch all your shows, you don't get to do all these things. So we had a DVR box that was an additional fee per month to have a DVR special box. Then we had to pay an additional fee on top of that to rent a different box, not a DVR box. You only really need one DVR box per house, but another box then so our cable could work in our room. So off bat, we're already up on the base price, $30, and that's only if you have 2 TVs. Whereas like your parents, for example, they have a beautiful home. There's a family room where everyone hangs out, and now there's kind of like a secondary family room where it's 100% like Disney movies and Dino Dana for our daughter.
Yeah.
That's where she kind of hangs out. She can make a ruckus of stuff. So there's 2 TVs. Then you have a TV in each room. There's 3 more TVs.
Yeah.
So if your parents were to do this, they would be having 10, 20, $50 of an additional fees just to rent cable boxes.
Yep.
But with YouTube TV, as you were saying, I'm going to email you a link. That's free.
Yeah, exactly. Now, the only downside of that, here's boom, 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 negative, is that you only get up to 3 streams. So I think that when you have YouTube TV, only get 2 more people on your family plan. You know, this goes from $64.99, it goes to around $22 a month, and then, but once you go to 4, 5, or 6 total people on your family plan, you still only get the 3 streams.
And
so
that's per device. So
yeah, so if 1, 2, 3, if the first 3 people on your family plan are watching the Super Bowl at one time,
and I'm on my phone in the room watching
that
YouTube
4th person
TV.
wants to watch Super Bowl as well, then someone gets kicked off. So you don't want to have to plan that. So I would say that if you get YouTube TV and you want to start a family plan to lower the price even more, then go ahead and just get 2 more people to get it, just to 3 total people. Now, YouTube TV is cool because it has all of the channels that you desire. It has your local news set by your zip code. It has all of your ESPN, ESPNU, and they're all jumbled together. Your local sports. So if you're in the Bay Area, you get the Giants and A's. If you're in DC, you get the Wizards and you get the Nationals. You get all of your teams that you want. And then you also have the national stuff like Fox Sports 1, Fox Sports 2, and then you have all the other channels. What channels can we think of that they didn't have? They used
MTV, VH1, they did not have that.
They did not have originally, but now they do. AMC for all you Walking Dead fans, FX for all our Mayans and our There's not one channel. E Network and Bravo and all of your Housewives and Kardashian shows. You can get all that stuff, ladies. And some men. So anyways, so let's now.
There's only one downside to that, which your dad actually brought up today, is when you've had something for so long and you have a change, it's a little bit of a shock. So none of the channels on YouTube TV are categorized by a channel number.
Yeah, Fox is not your channel 2. You know.
So what it is originally when you look at the main guide, they're all grouped by subdivisions, like local news, sports, and then like Bravo, E Network, like OWN, WeTV, MTV, VH1, then Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network. So they have it kind of sectioned. So sometimes when I'm trying to go to my show and it's on the E Network, I'm just sitting there, click, 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 because you can't push in a number to get to your channel directly.
True.
However, on the positive, if you, for example, are watching a show and for some reason, like me, for instance, my daughter just went on the potty, I've got to run over there and take care of that. I turn the TV off. I'm just in the middle of the day. You turn your TV back on to the home page. You'll always see the home page. And then boom, under it says resume watching. And it starts exactly where I randomly turned the TV off.
Yep.
And for me, I really like that because now I'm like, oh, great. I don't have to worry about where did I leave off and fast forwarding and all this other mess. I can just hop right back in, hop right back off, hop right back in.
Yep, true. Now the next step is that, Mike, Danielle, I don't have a smart TV. I can't get to, when I turn on my TV, I don't have Netflix, I don't have YouTube TV, I don't have Disney Plus, whatever. That's where the Amazon Fire Sticks come in, or any other, I'm not sure if there's any other brand, but we use the Amazon Fire Sticks. And it's a really easy alternative to having to go out and buy another $1,000 TV, right? So as long as your HD TV, your flat screen TVs have a USB input, you're okay.
And I'm pretty confident even the old TVs
like a lot of
all
us
do.
Yeah, even if the ones that we've bought 10 years ago, the first like Samsungs and Sonys and stuff, they have the USBs. So here are the 3 tiers of your Amazon Fire Sticks. First is the one that's the Amazon Lite. That is $29.99 and you get no TV control. So you can't turn off your TV even. You have to use the other remote for the TV, right? And that's just the cheapest one, right? But as long as you have your Amazon Fire Stick, you use that, you plug it in, and then you'll be able to load all of your apps. So you'll be able to load your Hulu, your YouTube TV, your Disney Plus, your Discovery Plus, your Netflix, all of that stuff. The next one is $10 more at $39.99. This is like the newest generation one I just saw on Amazon like literally 5 minutes before we started recording this video. And it's just a brand new look, right? It's HD, like 1080p HD, and it is has like 4 different buttons with like Hulu, Netflix, Disney Plus, and Amazon Prime Video. So like literally, you don't even have to go scroll over to the actual app. You can actually do that. So that's the second one. And then the third one is one of the ones we have one of the lights out in the garage, because that's just, I barely am out there. And then the one we have in here or the bedroom is it's from 2018. It's like one of the first generation ones, but it's 4K. It's like the Ultra, Amazon Fire Stick Ultra 4K. So if you have 4K TVs, you're going to want this one. This is $49.99, and that you can control the TV. So when we have the Amazon Fire Stick in, and we can use that remote to also turn the TV off as well. Both of the second and third tiers also has the ability to do Alexa as well. You can just ask Alexa to do that. So that is the price difference for all your Fire Sticks.
Well, for me personally, I will save $30 and just turn my TV on with my original TV remote, and then have my Fire Stick remote in my other hand to start my program.
True.
But people like convenience, so maybe that'll work for you better.
Yeah. So now we come to the point where, people nowadays are getting your YouTube TV, because people say, oh, there's a downside, like I can have my Comcast, I can have my AT&T U-verse, I can have my DirecTV, but me and you are paying the same price because you're still getting Hulu, Netflix, Amazon Prime Video with your Amazon Prime, subscription, your Disney Plus, all that stuff. You're getting it. It's going to be paying the same price. But look at what all you're getting. The YouTube TV, the YouTube TV itself equals to what you get from Comcast. All the channels that you watch all of your shows, correct? But with your Xfinity, with your AT&T U-verse, unless you have one of those things where it's like Verizon and they give you the Disney Plus for a year, if you have one of those bundles, then fine.
I still don't think it's as expensive as getting traditional cable.
But even if you add up all those apps, now you go ahead and weigh out the price. The price becomes closer to your cable, yes, but how much more you're getting. Here's the cable amount of shows and content, but can you watch Disney Plus shows? Can you watch, Falcon Winter Soldier? Can you watch Handmaid's Tale on Hulu? Can you watch Narcos on Netflix? No. So when you want to think about it, when you have it in your head that I'm still saving a little bit of money, but I have access to all of this stuff. Now, granted, sometimes we don't have the time for all that stuff, so we're like, why are we paying this money? But, for us, sometimes we do find the time. When the kids go to bed, they're getting a little bit older, they're falling asleep, and they're kind of staying asleep throughout the night. Some days, yes, sometimes no.
Well, but Dad's asleep, so.
Whatever. But, yeah, but it's still, for us, in our experience, in our first 2 to 3 years, cord cutting, it's definitely worth it. Definitely worth it.
Well, and again, I just come from a mom who stays at home full time, chasing after 2 little kids. I just need convenience. Really, that's what it boils down to. I don't have to search for something that is kid friendly. I have Disney Plus. I don't need to worry about missing all the episodes on something and not being able to watch it because I have Hulu, so I can go back and watch Handmaid's Tale all I want. When I was home with my daughter from maternity leave, I binged The Crown on Netflix. And I think it's just, I think it says to the times, really. There are now award season. I love award season. He doesn't care about award season. I love award season. But now all of these movies and shows are really taking over award season. They're making room for this new generation of how people are watching stuff, how people are accessing stuff. Everything is turning onto these platforms in a really positive, amazing way. I know you guys speak about it on the podcast, but they are just pumping out incredible shows, incredible movies that a lot of people may not have had access to go watch, especially after the pandemic. They are still releasing videos on these streaming platforms, plus theater. And again, as a mom who has tried to survive COVID during a pregnancy and having a baby, I don't really feel like I'm going to rush out to the movies. But I did pay $30 for Raya. We will pay $30 for
Black Widow,
or whatever else. Wonder Woman 84. Like, we paid the premiums because we know we're not going to the movie theaters, but we still really want to watch. So these big corporate theater people or production companies or whatever, they're still getting our money. We still want to support. And then in turn, they're getting rewarded for this work because they're winning Oscars. Judah and the Black Messiah won a ton. That is an incredible movie on HBO Max.
True.
So I think that just is a testament to where we're going and what direction this is all going into. And Comcast, ATTUverse, DirecTV, whatever, they are really going to have to come to the table with a new approach, because cord cutting is really, from our experience, I can say it's been totally worth it.
Because we know people who are, in flocks switching over, and they're coming to us with our experiences so far. So,
and we are convincing them, like, diligently listen to us.
Because we know people who have Netflix, Disney Plus, HBO Max, Amazon Prime, and they still have their Xfinity. Like, what are you doing?
Right.
Pay a quarter of the price for the YouTube TV, and you still get to watch every single show that you get to watch.
But not just, I don't know, we have to necessarily like promo YouTube TV, but
Hulu has one. Hulu Plus or
Apple TV. Or Apple TV, but a lot of people aren't really watching like regular shows anymore. And for those people who are watching regular TV, The Office is on a streaming platform. You can watch every single episode. Friends is on a streaming platform. Big Bang Theory, like they're all now accessible on these platforms. Then you also get all the new stuff they're offering as well. So they're making it really hard for regular TV to still be interesting. Yep. I love watching the news, so I'm happy with our YouTube TV, but it's also really making a case for those people who don't really care, especially those who might be turned off to the news right now, given the current climate. They don't want to watch it. So they're going to go on Netflix and watch a movie, a Netflix original, and just get away. And I think that again, I love it. I want to convince you to cut the cord because you're really getting way more for your buck. So let's put it in perspective. We were paying almost $300 a month for our cable and TV service. That's it. No phone lines. We had separate phone bills. Now we pay $64.99 divided by 3 per month for our cable. We pay $90 a month for our internet speed. And then we have a little $4 here for Discovery Plus. We have sprinkling
10 or 12 for Netflix.
But we share it with like our family now.
That's also the thing, is you have like, oh, your sister pays for Netflix, we pay for the Disney Plus, brother pays for Hulu. So if you have that kind of hookup too, that's even more, the reason to do it.
Hopefully they're not. Those corporations are not listening.
Yeah, I know. So if this video helped you, please give a thumbs up and please comment, if you've actually, because of us, switched over to cord cutting. But that is all for our,
Or message us if you have any questions.
Yeah, for sure.
We are still in the thick of it, but especially during COVID, we were in it thick, knee deep, and it's really paid off.
Yeah. So for beginners who are thinking about cord cutting, hopefully this video helped. And but for my wife Danielle and I am Mike, this has been the Comic Bookies podcast. Please tune in, as always, to the YouTube and Twitch pages for our live recordings, and then download us wherever you get your podcasts as well. But thank you so much. Happy Mother's Day. And
Happy Mother's Day.
Hope you enjoy this bonus clip right now of a review of another item for me trying to get rid of this congestion. So
Mike never did a neti pot, and I told him, you're going to try it. And it was quite
so enjoy.
Experience.
Peace out, guys. We'll see you next video. Bye. This right here, folks, the NeilMed Nasal Flow Neti Pot. So I've been congested. Me and my daughter, either I gave it to her or she gave it to me. So my wife suggested this. I'm supposed to tilt my head to the side, pour this in one nostril, it's going to come out the other side. So how I sounded in the video, hopefully in future videos I won't sound like that. So it's my first time trying it, so here we go. That was scary, dude. Woo!
You got it.
We better get a bunch of subscribers and downloads for this. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, dude. Oh, you get that? Oh my god. Oh, dude. This is gnarly. Oh, yeah. Is it done? Oh. That was pretty weird. Just like breathe through your mouth and just calm down.
Doesn't it feel like you're like drowning in a swimming pool?
A little bit. Or the ocean. God damn. But I can breathe.
With you.
I can breathe. All right. We'll see you next time, folks. Peace out.